What is we back in the studio? I'm Reuben, your host. I'm just talking about the Dalai Lama. Ooh, you dirty Dalai Lama. He said sorry. That should be good enough, right? He said. I don't see what your problem is. He was saying because Dalai Lama's a bad guy, I guess. But accordingly, he said sorry. And, I'm going to stop that right there. According to his faith and religion, sorry should be good enough. You know, I don't know if you saw recently. Let me see if I have this over here. No, and I'm not going to share the video of the Dalai Lama. I think that was pretty gross. I'm just, you know. Imagine if it was my kid. See, me personally, I don't know what you guys' problem is, but like you sinned. What's up, Phoebe? You put your kids on stage with these, you know, the percentage of these people who might be child molesters or, you know, weird sexual orientation, and you're putting your kids up there and like, hey, just go ahead and put them in a robe and dip them in some water. I'll be back later. Like, what the? My kid was up there and that guy kissed him in the mouth. Me and my friends would be walking up right away like, what's up, dude? Did you just kiss the kid in the mouth? He's like, yeah, don't worry. I'm just got another plan. Wait for this.
Suck my kiss.
No, dude, back up. Not interested.
Suck my kiss.
Come on, Dalai Lama, back up.
Suck my kiss.
No, it's not my style.
Suck my kiss.
This Dalai Lama guy is wild. I'm not into it. People do it. People want to get crazy with the Dalai Lama.
Suck my kiss.
And I'm like,
was made to suck my kiss. Was made to suck my kiss.
boom, thanks Dalai Lama for the new soundbite. Yeah, like I said, why do people even allow their kids to go up there? They're like, we don't like transgenders, but we're gonna put our kids on stage with these guys with these flamboyant outfits and crowns, and you know, they don't have sex with women. What are you talking about? What's going on? Don't worry. They're gonna give them wine. What the fuck is going on? Damn it! Don't cuss. I got a note here. See, it says it right here. So I've been streaming. Let's give me a time here. It's like 5 minutes probably. Boom. It says don't cuss. 19 minutes. Man, I didn't make it. The only reason I even lasted so long without cussing is because they played dumb music. But yeah, so
Made to suck my kiss.
boom. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. You know, there was I said a couple years ago, there was like a 230 pages of like 800 Catholic people that were molesting kids, and people were like, don't worry, let's go watch this guy. Fucking, he's 50. His name is Kid Rock. Shoot beer. I'm like, okay, cool. Forget about the papers. How can a 50-year-old dude call himself kid? Shouldn't there be some kind of like evolution in time where you're going to evolve, you know, and be like, first you started as baby, and then eventually you're like, you know, teenager, and then, you know, like you went you're adult, you know, like you can still be a little adult. You know what I mean? Be a little adult, big adult, you know? I don't know. Crazy instead of baby's still a weird name, but how about I just call it straight called? Oh, here's a great. I'm gonna go get the website. Here's the next rapper coming out. Adolescent. But it will be plus sign, ad. And then it'll be the and symbol, you know, like you do and. And it'll be S and an N. Adolescent. Adolescent. Oh, gotta add an L somewhere there. Boom. That's a great name, rap name. That's gonna be our new rap names. That's it. I'm straight adolescent coming from the hood. Yeah. I didn't come from the hood. I came from Tarpey Village. Not much of a hood. More like just poor. I was talking to a guy the other day. I was working with this guy of a different ethnic orientation than myself. What it might be, I don't know. Didn't notice it. I did notice that we might have had a different skin tone. Perhaps maybe he worked outdoors a little longer than me, or maybe it was natural. I had no idea. Didn't question him. But he liked basketball, and he told me his favorite food was chicken, and then he giggled about it. So you can go try to guess what that is. Funny thing is, if you're from San Francisco, it'd be like, Chinese? Obviously, it's Chinese. You said Chinese, right? No. So anyways, but he was talking, what were we talking about? Adolescence? Different. Oh yeah, he was talking about how different his life. And so I'm like, dude, I'm poor too. Like, we both had the same life. You know what I mean? Like, it was no different except for the people I was around were poor. People thought I was rich because my dad worked for the city and we had dental. You know, I had braces. And like, damn, who's got the bling? Like, off to me, out here, look at me. Like, guys, I can only afford to attain though. I'm all sweet. I got full braces. They said I'm gonna have them for 4 years. Ta-ting, bitches. Eventually, I'm gonna have some sweet teeth. Wrong. Knocked all those things out right away. Like, doing stupid white kid shit. So, anyways, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, point being is, don't send your poor kids up on stage with the Dalai Lama. The risk might be high.
Suck my kiss.
No, thank you, Dalai Lama. Back up.
Suck my kiss.
Man, I love that. I'm adding that to it.
Yes, Cuban B.
Really. Oh, yeah.
Yes, Cuban B.
Stephen Wright is one of my favorite comedians. I was making a list of comedians that I've seen. See if my list is right here. Comic list. I was thinking about putting like pictures in there and trying to like reminiscing because I went and saw Anthony Jeselnik. So I was making my list, you know, Anthony Jeselnik, Joe Rogan, Chappelle, Tom Segura, Daniel Tosh. I was going through them all. And then some of them, you know, I had to look up when I saw them and who I saw them with. And there were a couple guys that were pretty good. I remember I saw Matt Bassard. Some people might not know who he is. He's great. But yeah, saw him. But speaking of Anthony Jeselnik, he, I wonder what that, the echo is. Let's see here. Let's see here. Reuben. Good. Sweet. Anyways, yeah. So I saw Anthony Jeselnik, and you know, certain comics are what they would call, like, they do a little like crowd work, or you know, they kind of you know, talk to the crowd a little bit. But some of them just have bits. Like, I kind of would work more crowd work in, but I get a limited time. Like, I can't waste my time talking to you. I'm trying to, I don't want information from you. I'm trying to tell you what to say. I don't want you to tell me what to say. Anyways, so Anthony Jeselnik is one of those guys who doesn't really do crowd work. He just has bits and he works them out, and they're great. You know, he's awesome. And then there were some fans that were really excited, and they had shirts that said Shark Week. Speaking of, someone just got bit up in Hawaii yesterday. So they had Shark Week shirts on, and then at one point there was like a little bit of a quiet spot, and the guy had a little bit too much to drink at that point. It was like when alcohol meets opportunity, you know, it was kind of one of those situations. So he was sitting there, and already he had the shirt on, and he's like, man, I can't wait to show him the shirt. There's no meet and greet. How am I going to do this? Oh my gosh, I was hoping somehow I can see him. How am I going to show him my shirt and show him that I love him? And then the alcohol level met the peak, and he exploded like a piece of popcorn out of his chair. He said, Shark Week. And Anthony Jeselnik looked at him and was like, huh? We go Shark Week. And he's like, oh, you got shirts that say Shark Week, so you're a fan. Then shut the fuck up. And everybody applauded. That was pretty cool. You know, I think it's funny sometimes when people go and they think that, like, you know, this is my moment, and then moments get shut down. Like, I've gone seeing a lot of comics that I really like. I saw this one guy, Amazing Jonathan, and he's like a comic / fake magician, real magician. He was great. I think he's still alive. I was hoping that he would include me in the show. Point me out. I will not speak up, and I will not wear a funny shirt. Plus, you know, I don't want to get that much attention. But if you just want to get some general making fun of me or have a conversation with me, works out great. And he did. He made fun of me, put me on the screen. I loved it. It was awesome. I mean, I didn't try to contribute, because don't want to be part of that show. When I was a kid, I saw Howie Mandel, not live, but on TV, and he does a skit where this guy comes down, he's drunk. He's like, I want to be part of the show. He's got his, Canadian full denim suit on from top to bottom, and he's looking like Jay Leno. And Howie Mandel played the trick on him where he put the funnel in his pants and put the coin on your head, try to get the coin in the funnel. And when he did it, Howie Mandel obviously, poured a whole pitcher of water down his pants. And everybody laughed at him. Ha ha. And never want that to be me. That's the goal. The goal is not to be the ha ha part, but to maybe be a contributor for him to ha ha somebody else. So like I saw Tim Dillon talk to me, said hi. I tried to not contribute too much. Like any other fan, I'm like, I got a podcast. I do stand up. I love you. Please DM me. Not in a sexual way, but I'm saying is, that's what fans are. I saw Jay Okerson. He talked to me too. That was pretty cool. I think both of them had meet and greets. Only one of them. I can't remember. But either way, it was great to be included in the show. But yeah, we're all poor. I don't know how they even got to that point, but yeah. Comedians. Oh yeah, Shark Week. Someone got bit up. Anthony Jeselnik led it all the way to there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of, oh man, I'm sorry so far. I have cussed and I haven't used the word woke. I'm trying to make a quota of woke comments. I don't have the anger of like, oh, stop the wokeness. I'm like, dude, whatever, dude. Like, I don't know. You wake up, please. Yeah. I watched the thing today. People talking about like how the 9/11 conspiracy theory people have turned into these far right people, and I'm like, I don't know about Zach. But Trump was a 9/11 truther, and then when he got in office, never talked about it again. But that's none of my business here. There. But anyways, oh man, forgot. This is terrible. I apologize to everybody. Let's see here. There you go. There you go. Back on action. Yeah, so what was it all about? Rooster, AI, woke. Yeah, so make sure you be woke. I say woke more times. Wake up. Be woke. Don't be woke, or whatever you guys subscribe to at the moment. But I'm saying the word woke enough, and meeting my quota. But speaking of getting woke, I was sleeping today, and there's a neighborhood rooster. I've talked about this. Like, before COVID, I got roosters. I want to own property. My goal in life, I have two big goals in life, besides all this bullshit. But like kitty, like fake fantasy ones, I want to build a cabin out of wood that I cut down from my property or got from my property, fallen land, and build a cabin and house out of the wood on that piece of property, right? That's one of them. Part two, can't quite remember at the time. But anyways, I've always wanted to have my piece of property and have a farm and all this. I'll figure out what part two is later. It's pretty dumb and cool. We'll figure it out what it was. Anyways, so here in the city, the best I can do to establish some kind of wood cabin farm technique, I made a cabin out of fence boards for chickens. And I got like 8 chickens like 2 years ago. And like everybody else, like, hey, we're getting chickens, we're getting eggs. Maybe I'll cut a couple chickens up and we'll eat a chicken or two and we'll get down to like 6 chickens. And then if we need more chickens, we'll get baby chickens again. Let's keep this thing up. Wrong. No. First of all, chickens eat every day. No, like you can put some things out there and there's always kind of systems, I guess, to make it so like, you don't have to feed them, like be out there constantly like maintaining the chickens, but it's good over here. But like to me, it was like constant work. Water, they're breaking the water, getting the water, lights. It's always something. They need maintaining. You know what I mean? It's not to mention when you've got the eggs, it's constant eggs, inconstant. Like I don't know how they are raising prices. Well, we know because they price gouge. Those egg people made 718% price mark. But anyways. I was handing eggs out to everybody. You know what I mean? Live streaming, I'm watching ESPN, Timberwolves. They were getting their own fight. Boom, boom, boom. I think they got a playing game coming up too. Good luck with that. Anyways, got too many eggs. And then also you go out there and the chickens are like cool and I can carry them and stuff. And then like sometimes like one I had a chicken, his finger was all bent up and broken. So like, what do I do? Just like not care? I'm like, check it out, chicken. I'm gonna fix you up. Boom, boom. Got you, chicken. They get stuff on their face, clean them up. You gotta take care of the chickens. They make good eggs. Or what are you, an asshole? Anyways, so yeah. So then eventually, couldn't kill the chickens because they're like pets almost. Nope. And I wasn't in that need of chicken meat that I could go to the store and buy one already, for $7, completely rotisserie up at the store that's an hour ago. Thanks, dog. Chip it up. $7. It's cheap. I bought this chicken here for 99 cents, and for the last 6 months, I've been giving it chicken feed. So this one chicken is costing me, I don't know, $1,700. Maybe I should kill that damn chicken. Man, it's crazy. Yeah. Point being is, I had to get rid of those chickens and the eggs. I was done. You know what I mean? It wasn't a cabin made out of wood from my property. My number one dream. Okay? It wasn't number one. Number two, man, I'm going to figure out that number two. I can't remember what it was. It was pretty good. I don't know if it had something to do with having a 76 Trans Am. I don't think that was it. Anyways, maybe it was making a pizza oven. No. Anyways, back to what I was trying to say. Got rid of the chicken. It was a pain in the butt. I couldn't kill them. I don't even like eggs that much. I don't like hard-boiled eggs. I eat deviled eggs, deviled eggs a year, maybe. I'm at a party and like, man, all they put out was deviled eggs? Shit, I'm hungry. And then I'll never do that again. I don't like egg salad. Only thing I do is eat some scrambled eggs every once in a while when I get a lumberjack at Denny's. You know what I mean? I cook sometimes at home, but I don't get breakfast burritos either. Oh, man, I get carne asada. What are you talking about? I'm not going to get no woke-ass breakfast burrito. I'm getting a manly carne asada burrito. I wake up eating meat. Not no woke breakfast burrito. Met the quota? Okay, I'll keep going. Okay, yeah, so... Work when I don't do that? Don't tell me that. I need it. Oh, that's why. There.
Suck my kiss. Suck my kiss. Suck my.
Perfect.
You never know what you're going to get.
Put on these glasses.
So last night I recorded this awesome podcast. It's like 30 minutes. It was a live stream, and if you guys might have caught it. But let me give you my version of the live stream. This happened for 25 minutes. Yeah, no volume. There's no volume. I didn't pay attention. I looked this time. Volume, hopefully, yeah. I looked online, yeah. Looking at myself right now. Stupid. Yeah, so I had no volume, 25 minutes. And part of it was like this public apology to this comic that I said something really stupid to. Actually, I didn't say something stupid. I did something very dumb to, and it kept bugging me. And I didn't want to message the person during like Easter, but like, man, I did something dumb, and it was just irritating the snort out of me. Last week, I was talking to a pretty cool comic, and I was talking to a couple of them actually, and setting things up, and talking to banks and government grants. Ugh, man. Anyways. So I was talking to these comics, and I was asking them a couple questions, and I was feeling good about myself, and I got on like Instagram. I saw a funny video. It was hilarious, I thought, and then I shared it to the gentleman. And then gentleman came down, did some comedy. He was super awesome, super funny. Man, I highly recommend him. I'll say the name later, maybe. I'll mention a bunch of comics so you catch on who it is in your own time. But you'll see how I'm an asshole. Not funny. And then I was thinking also when I was telling this apology last night with no volume, is it just something I was doing for myself? Like, obviously it needs to apologize. I didn't have to do it publicly, but I tried to send him a guy video, and apparently he got denied. The video's too big, or he's like already blocked me. He's like, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? Probably, and I wouldn't doubt it. Like, hey, fucking high five to you, bro. Psst, I'm an asshole. anyways, so I shared the video. Guy was super cool, but then like I found out later a couple things. So I was like, dude, what a jerk. So the video is this a girl. Okay, she does a duet, and a duet has like, you know, box here, box here, box here, and then a box here, and she's like over here, and all boxes are other people, and all four of these people are looking at her, and she's like, you know, hey, my mom passed away from cancer a couple of years ago, and I don't have someone to tell my achievements to, so I'm going to look to the TikTok community and tell you some good news about my work, and you guys could act like my mom. So, and she goes to continue about her new raise at work. One of the guys in the squares lays down, face down, like he is no longer alive, acting like her mom. And the video was, I thought was funny. It's dark and comical. But, and then I shared it to like 4 or 5 other comics. And perhaps one of them, when I saw them, talked about their mom not being alive due to recent cancer. I was like, what the am I dumb? Damn. That's it. I'm never sharing another video again. Like, what is the chances? I guess the chances are pretty likely, especially if you're, you know, my age or just this modern day, you know, good chance of any of this stuff happening. Couldn't believe it. What a dummy. And then, so that happened like Friday or Saturday, and I'm just thinking about the whole time, and I'm like, I can just like message the dude. The message is not good enough. Like, hey, P.S. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. You know what I mean? So I made a video, and then I sent it, and then I thought I'd do, like, last night I did a live stream. It's still irritating me, so I didn't say the name of the person. I just did exactly what I just did right now, kind of. And then no volume, and my video didn't go through. It's like, maybe that's a sign just to leave it alone. You know, maybe I'm just stupid, and I'll just take it for that. But maybe I was just too woke for Karen. I shouldn't be so woke, huh? See, woke, Karen, you're so woke, Karen. Met the quota. Sweet, I can carry on. And so that's dumb comic stuff. Back to the chickens and the rooster being woke. Someone woke me up this morning. Knock on the door, right? Well, what the fuck? I'm in my underwear. So I put on some shorts and I go out there, no shirt. And I don't know if you guys notice, but I'm like yoked. Totally. Okay, full. Don't show my belly. Oh, yoked. Oh my God. I'm so huge. Okay. But I'm not yoked. I'm joking. I'm like 218 pounds. But I'm like 6'2", so I'm a big guy, you know? So I just go in my shorts and I open my door. Like, who the fuck's my door? It's either the cops or, like, you know, my kids or something. What's going on? And so I open the door, and it's some guy outside. He's like 5'7", 5'8". And so I open the door, like, what's up? He's like, you got a rooster? I'm on. No. I said, are you talking about the neighborhood rooster? And he's all, yeah. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, the cops came to my house multiple times. I told them, nobody owns winged animals. They just fly. No one owns them. I mean, they're just free animals. He's all, yeah, I called the cops. I told them I'm going to shoot it. And they said, you can't shoot it. But I'm going to capture it. I'm like, well, good luck. I mean, the neighborhood that kind of likes it. He's all, I don't like it. I'm like, yeah, you're irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like, at first, it was crowing, and my wife hates it. And I was like, I'm going to catch this rooster. So I went out there, I had a net and rope. And I was, you know, taking video of it, you know, documenting the whole sequence. Oh, walk me, mate. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to catch myself a rooster. Sometimes when I'm home alone, I hunt cock in my front yard. And it was put on the top of it. And the cock got away. So, yeah. Then, like, the next day, I'm like, you know what? I'll put the net down. I'll rig up. Hey, I've seen Bugs Bunny. I'm not a dummy, right? So I looked up all my Acme knowledge, and I got the rope, threw it down, tied it up to a tree, up to a pulley, just like Acme. Pulley going over here to a bigger piece of weight where I pull string, and then the weight, pull down, net goes up in the air, dynamite. Couldn't find the dynamite, but that was the idea, right? So net out there, ready to go, inside. I got my outdoor security camera going on, my phone out, ready to go. And who do I see creep up in that camera? A fucking cop. Cop showed up. Knocked on my door. Hey, man, complain about your rooster? I'm like, dude, are you going to complain about I don't own birds, bro. You complain about the pigeons? The crow? I don't own birds. He's all, oh, there's a complaint that said that you had birds. Like a year ago, I had chickens. I got rid of them. Oh, man. Turn that crap down. Hope it still works. Everything's working. Everything's streaming. Sweet. Anyways, yeah. Keep it going. Yeah, anyways, told him, look, I don't got chickens or a rooster. Mister, would you like to come into my backyard and check to see if I have chickens or rooster? So the guy goes in my backyard, right? See if I have a rooster. Nothing out there. I got a pool. My whole backyard is pretty much a pool. Then he goes around to the side. And there's my rooster's out there. It's right there. It's not my rooster, but the rooster, now, I claim mine because it's my neighborhood, you mean? But the rooster's out there. He's like, and it jumps over the fence and flies away. I'm going to see. First of all, okay, it was in my backyard. You win a little bit, but it wasn't mine. I showed you. The rooster jumped in the backyard, flew away. Psst. You think I can, if it was my rooster, would I be like, hey, go? I'd be like, no, come back, rooster. The cops are coming for you, right? So, at that point, arguing with the cops, that was the second time the cops came. They walked right through my net, and I went out front, and the guy's all, first of all, before we went in the backyard, he's all, do you have a rooster? I'm like, no, I'm trying to catch the rooster. You see the net? He's like, I don't know. You sure you don't have a pet rooster? I'm like, motherfucker, like, if I have a pet rooster and people are complaining about the rooster, why would I have all the Acme starter kit in my front yard? Dummy. Anyways, so yeah, that was the rooster woke. Speaking of getting woke, I got woke. And I was woke up this morning, and I'm like, I'm not going to defend no woke ass cop. I'm going to stick up for the man, the rooster, or whatever. I mean, so free the rooster. My wife hates it. Neighbor hates it. It's not my rooster. But don't mess with the rooster. Leave the rooster. We all know where the rooster sleeps. You know what I mean? The rooster has a bed. Granted, does it eat my cat food I put outside? Yes. Do I say, hey, what's up, rooster, every day and call it cool? What's up, cool house rooster? Yes. Does it let me pet it? Let me play with it? Hell no. Do it hang out with cats all day? Yes, it does. You know, that's what cats do. Man, it's getting hot up in here. I'm going to take my sweater off, but I think I'm going to have like a white shirt on underneath, so I think I'm going to be super bright. Brighter than I plan on being. So anyways, man, looking good like that. Keep on recording the live stream. What's up next on my... Matter of fact, I am going to take this off before I sweat too much.
Put up.
There you go.
Always bet on. Always bet on black.
Okay, sweet.
I was talking to the horse here.
Suck my kiss.
Yeah, I don't know. That was crazy, the Dalai Lama, man. I can't believe, California love. I can't believe that, that went on. Let me suck your tongue. I was like, man, that's so gross. Man. Ugh. Wish I didn't know that. Anyways, yeah, woke, summertime, rooster. Man, I got a great idea. There's a guy. I just read this guy. He has 6 wives, right? He has 6 total wives, and he thought, no, it'd be great is if all 6 of my wives got pregnant at the same exact time. Man, this shirt looks terrible. I need to get another shirt. Yeah, did I mention I'm yoked? Joking. Anyways, yeah. So he has 6 wives, and they're all gonna get pregnant. I thought it'd be great. This would be like the ultimate TV show, right? So He's a total jerk. Always like, yeah, they're pregnant, but I ain't taking care of the babies, man. I do what I do around the house. Okay, I don't know what voice that is. I'm just giving some artificial douchebag voice. So let's mix up every, racist connotation all in one, whatever it might be you don't like. Okay, yeah. So I got these. It's like Andrew Tate, whatever he is. I got these women, but they make the babies. I make the money. Word up, dog. So speaking of dog, my dog just came inside. It was a word up, dog. Security dog. Yeah, they have the babies. So I got 6 women. I talk to them when they get the babies. When the babies get older, I'm raising them. But right now, all I do is transportation. They need to go doctor. I drive them there, kick it in my car, AC. They come back out, tell me how it went. Boom, bye, bye, bye. Right? Women are pregnant, gets closer, time to have the baby. He's live in the kitchen. Yeah, we're supposed to be having a baby within the next week or so. All these women within about 7-8 days of each other. Bam, 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 pop, pop, pop. And then all of a sudden, one of the girls, boom, water breaks. Psh. He's like, oh, shit, man. Oh, okay. Her water broke. Okay, let's get in the car. Let's go. And the camera's following them, right? And they get in the car, get ready to leave. And all of a sudden, oh, no. Boom. Psh. Wife number 2, her water breaks. Still 4 wives. Still got babies. All the water. 2 water gushers on the ground. He said, oh, shit. Let me get both you women and take you in the car, and we'll drive over to the I don't know how my voice is changing. So I'm gonna get in the car and we're gonna drive over to the hospital. And they get in the car. He's a douchebag, so he's got a Ferrari. It's 2-seaters. They got 2 chicks in the passenger seat. He's like, don't worry, I got this. And before they even leave, get a phone call. Oh my God, my water broke. Inside, wife number 3 calls. Boom, her water breaks. Boom. Okay, forget this. Before he leaves the gate, he packs up. Boom, boom. Goes back to the estate. Says, better idea. I'm going to get the party bus. He gets the party bus. Right? Of course. Why wouldn't a big douchebag with 6 wife have a party bus? Party bus looks like what it looks like back here. Neon lights, except they're stripper poles. And pregnant women now. So he brings in 3 women. Plus the 4th woman who's in the water hasn't broke, left 2 at the house. She said, we'll stay here. No need. All of us go. We'll watch the house. 4 women, party bus. He's driving. Ding, 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 ding. 3 women are holding on to the pole, with their legs spread because they don't want to sit down on the, don't sit on the leather. Your water broke. So he's sitting there. And obviously the floor has like irrigation and water stuff. So you can, all the skeet and stuff. Anyways, back to the story. So, 3 women, water broke. 4th woman, water hasn't broke yet. As they're going, hit a bump. And you see it all over the leather. Oh, man, I told you I'd sit in the seat. My water broke. Oh, my God. So there are 4 women now in the party bus, stripper poles, all sitting there, gushing, like cum dropping adult women, just dripping out water from pregnancy, though, not cum. It's whatever the fluid might be. I don't know. Don't know exactly what it is. But anyways, point back to the story. 4 women, party bus, douchebag driver, burn. They pull up to the hospital, just like typical movie, but nurses and doctors coming out with wheelchairs, pulls up. Just as he pulls up, the other 2 women show up in the 2-seater Ferrari. One of them's water broke. The other driver's, her water hasn't broke yet. She's like, oh my, what are you doing here? Her water broke too just as you left. Oh my God. So now it's a party bus, a Ferrari, 4 women go inside a wheelchair. Another woman comes out, picks the passenger up in a wheelchair. As soon as the driver, who's pregnant, whose water hasn't broke, she gets to the hospital, she goes, boom, 6 baby, water broke. Boom, 6 babies, one time within an hour span, 2 cars out front, douchebag party bus, douchebag Ferrari, 6 baby mamas on wheelchairs heading up to the hospital, whatever floor they deliver babies at. Okay, so now they're at the delivery baby aisle, floor. Aisle. Can I go to aisle 7? That's where you deliver babies. Sweet. Aisle 7. Which one do you buy babies? That's aisle 2. Going back to, okay, anyways. Story. 6 women. All women break. 1 guy. 6 wives. Extra hand. 6 wives in the hospital. He's with 1, holding her hand. Oh my God. This is crazy. I'm happy you're here with me. And he's on me. I'm scared. And all of a sudden, here's a doctor come in. You better run into room 7. The baby's getting born. Goes in there, room 7. Doesn't matter, 6 people. They started at room 2. Or maybe they just did odd and even. Don't matter the number, okay? They're in room 7. First baby comes out. Pops up, doctor holds it. Full on Chinese baby. Like, quite obviously. This guy's blonde hair, blue eyes. And the baby, Chinese. The woman, not Chinese either. She's blonde hair, blue eyes, baby Chinese. She goes, huh? He looks at her, and the wife kind of goes, giggles, and he thinks back to his house, and people might have come over to his house. Chinese guy, about 9 months ago, boom. Gets a doctor come in. Doctor comes in. You better go to room 5. I told you, we're doing odd numbers. Goes to room 5. The other baby's in there. Doesn't matter what mama it is. Hypothetical situation. Boom, baby born out. Bah, bah. That's just a sheep. He had a lamb. No, the baby comes out dark. What ethnicity? I don't know. Really dark, short curly hair, dark. And mama looks at him, giggles again. He's like, "What the? 2, baby? 0 for 2?" Then he hears a cry. Runs in another room. He's like, "What?" 3rd baby comes out. Hispanic of some sort. Whatever your image of Hispanic might be. If it's from Cuba, Puerto Rico, Guadalajara, whatever you think Hispanic is, the baby comes out looking like that. Okay? And then 5th and 6th, I don't know what baby got 4th. They all come out. All 6 babies, none of them looking like the moms or the husband. They all look like someone the mom knew. All 6 babies, not his. Then Maury Povich comes in and says, "You are not the father." And then scene, movie over. Boom. How about that? True story is, there is a guy with 6 women who's pregnant. But that'd be dope, huh? They all get birth to babies, and they all cheated on them. And they all cheated on them with a different ethnic group. And all the babies are born in different shades of whatever ethnic groups they might be. Even if it's lighter. Whatever. Whatever it might be. I don't know what the different ethnic groups are. I just know there's possibly different shades due to, skin acceptance of sun, whatever, melatonin or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I got to come up with a good name. Not Switch's Birth or 6 mixed babies or multiple choice or you're not the father, and that's too obvious. That kind of gives you the twister at the end. My 6 babies, my 6 wives. I don't know. Paper, rock, scissors. Ugh, that'd be about abortion. I don't know. Anyways, what was I talking about? 50 Cent. Kid Rock being 50. Coors Light. Yeah, I don't know how I tied that on to him. Yeah, Kid Rock. There's a lot of irrelevant people right now. And sometimes the behavior they have is almost like a dumb guy going on stage, be like, "Man," or you're like, just, people in general, "Yeah, you suck my big fat cock." I mean, like, dude, we know you don't got a big fat cock. The same thing, Kid Rock, "I'm going to shoot this beer. I'm tough." We know you're not tough. First of all, you look like, Tom, what's that guy named? Tony Hawk with cancer. Don't look good right now, buddy. Okay? I think Tony Hawk's older than Kid Rock. Isn't it crazy that we think of Tony Hawk as more of a kid and Kid Rock more of something a hawk might throw up? I don't know. But yeah. All this posturing, this is all small dick behavior, right? Is that what little dick guys do? I don't know. Not mine. "Look at my truck. I can run over a can of beer." Huh? What? I don't know. That seems like something people with small penises do. Do I want to go straight into Tennessee? Speaking of, I didn't get to go this yesterday either. You do not make the kids mad, right? Do not make the children mad. Tennessee has pissed off all the kids and teenage voters and young voters. They're coming out with aggression. But isn't it crazy? It's hard to say that you're not racist when you have an opportunity to, as a Tennessee, where they have the House, the Senate, Congress, whatever they're going on over there, and they get rid of the 2 black guys and they keep the white lady. See, I'm dumb here. It's hard to say that you're not racist when you only get rid of the 2 black guys, but you keep the white lady. I'm going to point that out. Man, it's crazy. I was looking up too, like here. So you're, there we go. There you go. Look at that. I was looking up this. This is First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting. Seems pretty respecting. If someone told you, I'm making no rules respecting an establishment of religion, right? That means not giving you any respect, meaning also not acknowledging you, basically, because the government has no entity. It's not a person. It does not acknowledge you because that's not how the government works. It's not that. Okay, so Congress shall make no law respecting any establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Go ahead and do what you want to, but not the government. The government is not where that happens. Okay? Or abridging the freedom of speech or of press, which is kind of the dumb things I do, or the right of the people to peacefully assemble and petition the government. And that's kind of what we always do is whenever someone protests on the left, they call them rioters, right? And they protest on the right, we call the cops. We're like, oh, God, dang, they broke into the building. What the hell? You know what I mean? They brought guns and they're shooting people. They're using bear mace on random people on the side of the road. It's always crazy. People never, they just let that stuff slide, right? Okay, here, let's go. Second Amendment, a well-regulated militia. A well-regulated militia. So, at the time, obviously, there wasn't a military, and obviously the government, the people writing this weren't like, what we should do is arm the people who have no education. A lot of them don't own land. We'll give them guns, and if they don't like what's going on, they can just point them at us and tell us, no, we should give them that right. I don't think that's how it went down. So, anyways, yeah, so a well-regulated militia being necessary to secure a free state. It's Thomas Paine, he passed the common sense doctrine, and he taught us how to be free from foreign rules. So now we're a free state from the foreign government. Because we had a well-regulated militia to help protect ourselves, be necessary to secure America. The right of the people to bear arms shall not be infringed by a foreign entity. You gotta understand where the situation we're at, right? It wasn't that the people were afraid of the government. Most people were passive of the government. They didn't really care too much except for when they broke into their houses. And usually they didn't break into your house if you didn't have a house. A lot of people were poor at the time. They lived on boats, they lived on the side of the road, they lived at the bars, they passed out side of the road, they lived in the woods. They lived in a farmhouse, There's lots of the homeless stuff at the time. Not everybody had a nice cottage to live in and a family and kids. That was not the time period that you think. It's not, everybody did not have a little house on the prairie, okay? Most people were like, was it a Back to the Future when they had the bully guy, Biff? They're most like that on the road, just, murdering, hiding, sneaking, eating beans, So, anyways, they weren't going to give those people weapons. Matter of fact, there's lots of proof about it. Let's see. Is there a third amendment? It'd be crazy if there's a third amendment. Let's see what happens. There we go. Most happy at the time. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war in the manner to be prescribed by law. So, like I told you, foreign entity coming in our houses and just saying, we're going to live here. And then obviously they would try to do whatever they want to do in your house with whoever was in your house because they were in control. And so they wrote a rule about it, like rule number 3. That's what rule number 1 and number 2 had to do with the same time period of rule number 3. Doesn't it seem crazy? Like no soldier in time of peace or quartered in your house. Like, doesn't it seem odd that like people don't think about that at all? You know, you're not forced to have some soldier come in your house, foreign or domestic, come in your house, time of peace, time of war, not forced to house them, you know? You understand the time period, right? Does it make sense? Okay. Let's see if we can keep on time. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. No warrant shall be issued. The right of the people shall be secure in their persons. Houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search and seizure shall not be violated. Warrant shall be issued, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and persons or things to be seized. So, basically saying, look, you cannot just come in my house and say, I'm going to see if you're a communist, or I can't say you're going to see my papers if I'm going to see if you're an American or a Democrat or a Republican. Can't do that. And you can't just like, this word DUI should be illegal. And, but they just can't just say they're going to start searching your house for like the forced entry. And, but if they do, they have to have probable cause. They have to have sworn by people under oath, the people who are signing it. They can't just have a random person on the street say, man, there's drugs in there. Oh, they have to have under oath someone saying for sure that this is, you know, these things are bad things are happening to make this, you know, happen. And then affirmation, positive, you know, truth that it might happen. And know exact place and exactly what you're looking for. You can't go in there and say, we're looking for stuff in a 1 mile radius, and then you find the neighbor's house and get some stuff. Right? Isn't it strange they have no search or seizure in the 1700s, 1800s? And in the Fifth Amendment, we all know the pleaded Fifth. And then, like, the obvious thing people don't understand is, like, they're registering for weapons. So you're like, forever. Oh, yeah, I got the green screen. So, yeah. So back in the day, I said they just didn't give weapons to anybody. If you're poor and didn't own that land and you were from a foreign country looking, they didn't give you a weapon. And it didn't mean you were black, meaning Irish, English, anything. You had to be an American, and you had to show allegiance to America and prove you're a landowner. They gave you a gun, they registered it, and then they had something called muster points. Very popular. That's where the term muster comes in. Get together, give me muster points. And you had to show your gun was clean, taken care of, and there's that gun they gave you. Couldn't lose that gun, because who knows, you might have been a traitor to the British and gave all the guns away. You know, then help give guns to the people who are going to come attack us, right? So, you had to register your gun. And, oh, who would have guessed? At the time, there was a state, Pennsylvania, which is basically a Quaker state. Quaker state oil. Huh? Anyways, they didn't have guns. You couldn't form a militia. It was against a religion, and so there was no weapons in the whole state. The whole state made guns illegal in Pennsylvania from day one. Day one. Public carry. See here. weren't allowed to public carry. You weren't allowed to have a concealed weapon. You weren't allowed to have a loaded weapon in your house because, one, gunpowder was corrosive and it would start fires and they would just randomly go off because that's how those guns work. Open flame, gun go off. They were super dangerous. They knew that. They didn't want any kind of death because if someone got accidentally shot in the arm, everything was death. You're going to lose a limb. It wasn't like, oh, I got shot and the guy has a bullet. No, everybody dies. There wasn't any way to take care of it. You cut that off and hopefully you don't die, but you're going to die. All wounds. Stand your ground. Stand your ground didn't come in until Civil War. Up until before Civil War, it was run until you couldn't run no more, and you're able to protect yourself with a weapon, but only stop the person from pursuing you. Not supposed to kill them. That's your last choice. But then after the Civil War, the North is like, if these people from the South come here, shoot those fuckers. Okay? They're not allowed to have weapons. They're not allowed to vote. They're not allowed to have a military. We do not trust their behavior. Once again, like people say, just like, they complain about these countries that weren't supposed to have militaries and weapons, and now look, you start building them up, and let's see what happens over there in the South. They start building them up, start getting crazy. Anyways, so. And obviously you had a loyalty oath. That's what you had to have when you originally had your gun. You have a loyalty oath to your country. So the funny thing is, most people who believe in guns, they don't believe in a loyalty oath. But oh well. This weekend was the UFC fight. Nailed it. Jorge Masvidal. I said it. I said that he was going to retire after this fight. I said he was going to lose second round. He made it all 3 rounds. It was close a couple times, but I like the guy. Is this because I didn't think he was going to win doesn't mean I don't like him, but I wanted him to retire, and sure enough, he did. So that's a great thing for him, and hopefully that's a decision he sticks with. Moves on. Stylebender won in the second round. I thought he was going to lose in the second round. He was starting to lose in the second round, and then he got that perfect shot, and then his head bounced off the canvas, that guy did, and it was over. And they talk about, I think it's Peretta. He's going to probably jump up weights, which would be a great decision because I don't think he even wants to fight Stylebender. Like I said, I think he wants his own path. He doesn't want to keep following the same thing they've been doing over and over, and they're both bored of fighting the same thing. And even Stylebender, they need to open up a new pathway from him. He doesn't want to fight that guy again, because it's a good chance he's going to lose again. He's lost 3 of them, and that was he's going to figure it out and win. But I was also to over celebrate at this time too. It's kind of crazy. You should just be thankful. I remember when Tito Ortiz finally knocked out Chuck Liddell. I was like, dude, you already lost 200 times to him, so you won 1. Way to go, bro! Every dog has his day, right? But yeah, those were a great night of fights. It was pretty close. I got pretty close with my decisions. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about Braun to some dumb asses. Man, I always talk about this. Back in the day when I was a kid, I went to, I'm going to get it. Hold on a sec. Okay, yeah. So when I was a kid, I used to go to a bunch of Oakland A's games, and I would say, so I was born in 76, so we'll say about 86, I was about 10. I went to a game, and one of the days they gave away a to everybody, or I guess the first 30,000 people there in the Oakland Coliseum in Oakland, California in 1986. They gave everybody one of these. It's a green baseball bat. Oakland A's, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Oakland A's right there, boom. used it a couple times to hit a couple things, and would have had it forever. It's electrical tape. So when I was a kid, obviously, I did some dumb things to it. I don't know why. But, yeah. Probably shouldn't have destroyed it so much as I did, but this is my bat from 1986. In Oak Coliseum, they gave everybody one of these. How long do you think it took for 20,000 people to get their bat pissed off, poke at somebody, or hit somebody? How do you think that trip home on the BART went when 50% of the people had bats? You can imagine it didn't go so good. And I believe after that, they never gave bats away after that. They used to have even smaller bats, but that is a full-size kid's bat. So I keep that, close by, so if something comes through, excuse me, you're catching the bat. I use that as an example because you could believe that Ron does some dumb Santis. He's like, yeah, everybody should carry a gun. Bro, people can't carry bats. I always think, when people say, oh, guns are safe in the house, okay, you can have guns. How about this? What if you just gave everybody in your house a pneumatic air gun, a nail gun in your house? Everybody has one. Some of them have safety on. Some of them like, I want a nail gun with no safety. And they just have it sitting around the house, right? They have automatic ones, so you pull the trigger and it shoots out nails like crazy. But just every house just has nail guns. They have them in the garage, you have them by the door, have them underneath your bed, just in case. Got a pneumatic nail gun. Bro, everybody's dying of nail injuries. You know what I mean? You know how many people are going to be sacrificed on a cross with everybody had nail guns? It'd be ruthless. You're not allowed to own nail guns or baseball bats full time. People always say, like, well, what about hammers? Well, hammers can kill people too. Well, yeah, if I saw 4 people walking down the street, each one of them with a hammer, if they don't got a goddamn construction hat on, I'm freaking out. Purge going on? There's not 4 Jesuses thinking they're carpenters. What's going on with these freaking hammers? I don't trust people walking around in public with hammers. There's probably a couple things we could probably use that with, right? I think some people are like, I don't trust people who wear masks. If they wear a mask, not even like a full mask, like, they're like, Point Break, where they got mask of Nixon. They're trying to rob a bank. Not even like a Nixon mask, but they just wear like a mask where they cover up a small portion of their face. They don't trust that person, right? Well, if I see someone walking down the street with a hammer and they don't got a reflective vest and a construction hat on, crossing the street. For show. If I saw someone with a baseball bat, only, I don't know if crossing the street is even good enough. I'll be like, shit, I'm going to have to post up somewhere. Like, this guy's coming down the street like the Purge. I'm going to have to do some defense. What's going on? This looks like the beginning of Double Dragon. I don't know if I'm at the level of the sidekick. Double Dragon was shit, man. Anyways. Yeah. And then he wants to do something about immigration. Immigration was, did I save it up here? Nah. He's too dumb. His immigration laws were funny. Basically, he wants to get rid of any education or help for anybody who is not a natural born citizen. Like, I thought I want to make everybody better. They're trying to make as many factory workers as possible. I love seeing that online when people are like, we need to make trade school a normal thing. No. For all the people who say, we need construction, we need more. No, we don't. Construction and stripping is not a goal. It is the last result from an electrician. Someone's been in construction since day one. Okay? I just didn't have guidance. No one told me other options. I said, go do labor. I'm like, okay. And then after you get into labor a certain amount of time, you kind of get locked in because you need the money. You got a job. You got bills to pay. You're kind of locked in the system. They want you to get, once you get in the system, it's hard to get out of that system. Right now, here in the Central Valley, just for electricians, every day, 30 calls go unfilled. If you're out in America, you say, hey, we need some working people, come to Fresno. The wages are really low. And you could get your Cadillac converter stolen while you're at work. So the amount of money you made is going to cost you to fix your Cadillac converter. But when your Cadillac converter is off your vehicle, it's going to sound like a race car. Like the other douchebags that drive down the street who perhaps don't have Cadillac converters. Point being is, they're trying to fill these factories with people. And if you're in the field doing work with solar or electrical construction or, plumbing, whatever it might be, you're not challenging the rich people who are sending their kids to college for the jobs that they have. Their goal is to not be challenged for their jobs. When you show up to a job, when you come from nothing, you work your ass off, you pay for your own bills, diversity, you get there, and you're up next to this guy whose dad put them in position. One, who has a bigger base? Not a financial base, but base as a person. And then the person voting be like, man, do I want the bitch-ass Kid Rock whose dad owns 6 car dealerships, or the working man's son? A good person wants the working man's son because he knows the working man's son knows what it takes to earn it. He's going to keep working his ass off. And he knows his parents work their ass off. So it's not something new. Kid Rock was given something. You think his kids are going to be all of a sudden hardworking individuals? No, they're going to know, hey, dad would take care of me, just like Donald Trump Jr. and Jared Kushner. And Jared Kushner's not family, but I think Donald Trump wished he would. Get rid of Donald Trump Jr. Get rid of Eric. Anyways, I have the best children. Anyways, we're talking about his kids are dumb. Oh yeah, working man. They're trying to keep the working man out. That's basically it. They don't want the working man's family to get educated and challenge them for their jobs. Pretty basic, So I always tell my kids, you have a benefit because you come from hard work. We're a family of hard workers. So the history of it, it's not something new. It's not fake. It's not something you're acting like you're trying to be. It's who you are. You weren't ever given anything. I tell my kids, I used to have a wrist coach. My son plays football, and he has a wrist coach on. And on that wrist coach, you'd open it up, and it would only say one thing. It would say, take it. Take it. I'm not going to give it to you. You know what I mean? You got to take it. The other people are getting given to them. You need to take it. So yeah, don't go work construction. Work construction as a last choice, but make sure you go to college. I'm a union electrician, state certified. I went through an apprenticeship. I went through the program. I worked my ass off. All the good stuff that that you need to be an electrician, right? Especially in the union. When I meet a new apprentice, I give them the same basic instruction. All of them. 1, don't do this. Number 1, drop out, go be a nurse. Go do something else. I always say be a nurse because they make more money than us. They work less. They're in better situations. And the future of their job is pretty secure compared to construction. Things aren't going good. You're not working. People are still going to the hospital. People are still going to have babies. Some guy's going to have 6 babies, want to be match his own skin. You never know what's going to happen. Call back, boom. So, yeah. Point being is, what are we talking about? Religion, babies, working man. Yeah, go to college. Number 1 rule is go be a nurse. Number 2, own your apprenticeship. If this is what you're doing, they're not going to give you the knowledge. You really got to be aggressive. Still, once again, you got to go take it. You got to take it by the reins. Everything I say, man, don't wait for it. You got to take it. It's funny. The comic said the same shit to me, and I was like asking for help, for advice, and he's like, dude, take it. I'm like, oh, I'm just kind of waiting for people to give me up. No, take it. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's what I say too, huh? Anyways, so yeah, you have to take the information, go get the knowledge, and be the great, student of the game. 3 is be employable, not employed. sometimes people depend on, I'm looking at the character drawing of myself and realize you drew like every last flaw on me. I'm like, can't you make me look good? You gave me muscles. I'm not buff, but you still said my eyebrows look like shit. God damn it. Anyways, it made my eyes crooked. Yeah, so some people get a job and they work with their buddies, and then they stay there working with their buddies, and then something happens, and then you have to actually do the job, and not really as good at doing the job as you should be for the amount of time you've been doing it. If you've been doing the job for 5 years, you should have been putting in some time to get as best as you can in those 5 years. So finally, when you get that 5 years on hanging out, even if you're working with your buddy, get the knowledge. Hey, cool. I'm secure with you. Well, let me do all the work and learn as much as I can under the security of my friend, so I'm employable, not just employed. Because when your friend's not there or the situation's not there, you're no longer just driving truck. You know how to do it, and that's the point. Always know how to do your job. Take ownership of your apprenticeship. Be employable, not employed. And my final instruction is going to top it from the beginning as don't be an electrician, go be a nurse. The last thing I say is go to college. Go do something else. From someone who's been in the trade forever, it's feast or famine or kiss ass or people riding the bench or, whatever it might be. When the job's over, the job's over. You build a building, job's over. You need another building get built. They're not layered on top. Okay, after we get done with that one, we're going right. No. There's big old vacancies of work. They hire big and they lay off. They hire and big. It's like the ocean, high and low tides. And when there's low tides, you're going to be walking out there looking for, scraps of fish. So now that you have a job, you're making good electrical money or construction money or whatever you got your job doing, go do what you want. Go to college and find a different career and do that. People are like, well, no, I want to be an electrician. Keep telling yourself that, okay? But it's not what you think. It's not like, I'm the electrician, dun, 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 I put the... Like, there's some cool stuff. Most of it's just fucking labor. We're all labor. We're just installing shit. Labor. Okay? If you want to say in school we should all learn how to do basic work and appreciate other jobs, yeah, I would love to see to work a year of construction on a job site. Not some bullcrap job, but like really learn every part of the job. Concrete, everybody has to take a year of it in high school. One semester, you're going full out construction, and how they do it nowadays, you're the whole period for like 2 or 3 hours. Man, you get some work done in a couple hours. Hey, show up tomorrow, we're doing a concrete pour. Get a shovel out, we're doing some work. You're going to be tired, Put the overalls on. Things about to get done. Because it's poor kids, my dad being a plumber, by the time I graduated high school, I've dug gang of sprinklers up. I've broken up tile for all kinds of plumbing things. I've sat toilets. I've taken out wax, put wax in, new toilet bowls cleaner. I've cleaned, gas lines, add gas lines at the house. My dad just opens the gas line, plugs this thumb, give me another valve, and done all that crap. So by the time I got to, graduating school, I'm like, yeah, that's what I do at home. But you're not going to yell at me like my dad does? Sweet. You ain't going to pay me? Awesome. And we drink beer all day? That didn't happen. Yes, it did. It's crazy on job sites. When I first started, I was like, okay, how am I going to make this in the morning? It's freezing cold. We're starting at 6 or 5. And then plus we got to, be in like Visalia, which is like an hour away. So my day will start like at 4, be at the job site. I'm 17 years old and some stupid outfit that I never had before. I don't have construction clothes. I'm wearing cross colors. Boots. I have one pair of shoes, and then the other pair of shoes are cleats. So I had to buy a pair of boots where I'm getting those Payless. Poor. Back in the day, too. I'm talking about 1995, 94. Drinking coffee and realize, people aren't drinking coffee. The coffee mug is to hold the beer on the way home. So they're just chugging beers on the way home. No wonder these people are alcoholics. They're starting at a young age, just pounding beers. So anyway, my point being is, after about a year of drinking beer that tastes like coffee, I decided this may be not the path for me. But I kept with it and kept on doing construction work, man. There's a lot of, man, right away, in 95, there was a lot of methamphetamines in the Central Valley. Construction trade, man, people, you go up, and there's called T-bar in the ceiling. You get up there, and there's like a piece of metal. It's called a 4-square cover. And there'd be lines of methamphetamines everywhere. Everybody's doing meth and crank. I work for this company called CMC. I don't know exactly what it stands for, but I called CEC. Can't everyone come to work electric, please? Because it was like they'd show up on a Monday and they'd work for a little bit. They miss a day, then finally Friday shows up, and then they party their ass off, show up Monday. They start, around Tuesday, Wednesday, they start running out of stuff again. They can't show up to work because they don't got no stuff. They got to stay home. They're doing blow. And when I buy blow, I mean meth. And it wasn't like good bud. People were like, had all that old school, Mexican weed. It was compacted, and you could break it up, and it's like buckshot shoots out. It's like bologna. You're like slicing off a piece of dirt weed, you know? That was a construction trade back in the day. So don't do that. You don't want to get in that. It's terrible. Yeah. Then sometimes the check was wrong. Sometimes it's right. I was talking to my kid the other day. If you're non-union, you got to ask for a raise. Here, let me tell you this how. Listen to me walk through a conversation of asking for a raise, right? Sir, I've worked here for like 6 months, and I've been learning a lot of skills, and lately I've taken on more responsibility, and it seems like some people don't show up all the time, and I'm here every day. I'm pretty consistent, and it seems like I'm really helping out whenever you need it. I was wondering if possibly I can get me a couple more bucks, at least to get to the same wages as some of the other people who are working side by side. And he's like, okay, well, how about this? Let's see how you do for the next couple of weeks, and then we'll reanalyze it and come back. Psst, goes to a month. Okay, what do you want? 20 cents? 20 cents? What am I do with 20 cents, dog? 20 cents isn't going to buy me that new beer that I'm trying to buy. Or a jet ski. So yeah, so you don't get the raise. So what you do is like, fine, I have to quit. He says, okay. Make sure you don't take anything. But you quit to go to another job, right? You get to the next job, and then they say, well, how much money you want? And you say, well, at the last job I made, and you give them a higher price than the last job. And he says, okay, well, don't let anybody else know that because I don't pay anybody else that, which is bullshit. What he's trying to say is, I'm paying everybody else way more than you, so don't ask what they make or you're not going to be happy. So you're like, no problem, and you're all excited like you make a lot of money, but you make less than the other guys. They just acted like you make more money than them, right? So then you go to work and you try to act for a raise again, same thing. Get quit and go to the next job. So that's if you're non-union, right? Anyways, yeah, don't work construction. Okay, there's other choices out there. You can just be woke. Okay, you don't have to be woke. Quota. Let's do some fun things here. Oh, damn it! Too many computers. For fun, I was talking to a guy the other day. He was talking about AI. You can't use AI no more. People are taking away AI. And my dude, AI doesn't work that great. You know. Maybe some other versions of it, but when I use it, it doesn't work. Like, let me tell you an example, okay? They're like, they're going to write all the jokes. I'm like, okay, well, let me show you how when it comes up with the joke, this is the premise, okay? Write me a joke about Joe Rogan. So, sure, here's a joke about Joe Rogan. Up here, you can see, up there in the top. It says, did you hear about Joe Rogan's new diet? He only eats elk meat and DMT. He says it's the ultimate way to achieve peak human performance and have really interesting conversations with deer. I said, okay, well, write me a joke about Donald Trump Jr. Why did Donald Trump Jr. go to the bank? To deposit his hair gel account. Okay, well, write me a joke about mermaids. Why did the mermaid wear seashells? Because she grew out of her bee shells. Okay, that's funny. You win. Okay, she had B cups, now she got C cups. Ba-boom. Stupid. But I'm pretty sure that's been written before. So here, let's keep going. Write me write me a few jokes about women's basketball. So why do they call it women's basketball? Because they can't dunk on men's rims. Oh, the AI is fucking funny. The AI's got jokes. Okay, so it's stupid. It's not a joke. I mean, but did you hear about the women's basketball team that kept missing their shots? They blamed it on their period. Their period of bad shooting. Okay, that's funny. Okay, that's funny. AI's got jokes. AI's got jokes. Okay, I'll do that again. Did you hear about the women who kept missing their shots? They blamed it on their period of bad shooting. Why the women's basketball Why did the women's basketball team hire a psychic to help them predict their opponent's moves? Okay, see, some of these jokes aren't as funny as period jokes. What do you call a women's basketball player who has no friends? A dribble? I don't know what that means. Why did the women's basketball team bring a ladder to the game to give their opponents a fair height advantage? I thought it'd be like, why did the men to give the women? Maybe that might make more sense, but I don't know. That was dumb. So then, okay, here, let's do the next one. I did write jokes about Fresno. Why did the raisin go to Fresno to become a grape? Doesn't even make sense. Why did the grape go to Fresno? Because it needed to be a raisin. Backwards, maybe. Did you hear about Fresno man who tried to catch fog? He missed. Wah. Wah wah. Okay, so why don't people go to Fresno for vacation? This is going to be a list because it's hotter than their armpits. Yeah, it's true. What was the best way to get to know Fresno? By spending the day at a meth rehabilitation center? No. It says by spending the day lost in traffic. That's not true. Fresno, you don't get lost in traffic. It's a freaking grid, dog. But if you want to know what day in life is in Fresno, watch Breaking Bad. Yeah. Or Cops. Yeah. Well, that's like Fresno. Why do people in Fresno seem like they're in a hurry? Because they're always trying to get to cold. Okay, so it says colder temperatures like Bakersfield. Bakersfield and Fresno have the same temperature. So, come on, AI. How you that dumb? Okay, AI. You that dumb, AI? You that dumb? Stupid AI. Stupid AI. Let's see here. Okay, write jokes about the show Friends. I'll say something went wrong. Try again. I think the AI found out I was doing this. Busted. Like, we've been watching you online. Why do you watch me online, dog? Okay, here. Let's do a write jokes about comic Louis J. Gomez. Sorry, we do not know who Louis Gomez is. Okay, here he goes. Louis J. Gomez is so tough, he doesn't wear a watch. He just decides the time and then punches in a submission. Okay, these are just going to be a bunch of Chuck Norris jokes. They say Louis Gomez has a heart of gold, which is impressive considering he's Puerto Rican. No, it doesn't say that. Sorry. Spends most time roasting other comics. I heard Louis J. Gomez once fought a bear and won. Unfortunately, the bear was just trying to hand him a flyer for a comedy show. That sounds about right. Be like, one time Louis J. Gomez got in a fight with a a rental car agency. It turns out the guy at the rental agency was in the right. But I don't. Luis J. Gomez is like an Energizer bunny because he's on cocaine. Okay. No. Except instead of batteries, he runs on a steady diet of whiskey and rage. Okay, well, pretty close. Yeah, I think I meant cocaine. I don't know what's scarier, Luis J. Gomez's stand-up comedy or his prison tattoos. Okay, we're working on it here. I gotta flip that, huh? I should be over there, so I'll be like this, huh? That's the dumb thing. I'm like staring off the space. I bet you I can fix that. Here, on this one, let's see here. Video capture. Hell yeah, did it. I'm a genius. Oops, not that. Cool. Now it looks like I'm looking at it. Hey, I'm right there. Boom. Better. Probably come out of here. Oh well. So, back to Luis J. Gomez. Luis J. Gomez, prison tattoos. Luis Gomez is proof that he can't. Is proof that if you can't beat them, insult them until they cry. Yeah, or just call them a whore. Luis Gomez comedy is like a roller coaster. It's thrilling, terrifying, and makes you want to puke. Okay, well, AI's got a point. I heard Luis J. Gomez safe word is more insults, please. I thought it was hurry up, you slut. I don't know. Hurry up, you slut. Hey, I'm Luis J. Gomez, and hurry up, you slut. I don't hate Luis J. Gomez, by the way. What happens? Here you go. Luis Gomez is what happens when you mix equal parts comedy and that's not funny. They say laughter is the best medicine, but I'm pretty sure Luis Gomez is classified as a controlled substance. That might be true also. I'm getting hungry, belly. I'm gonna have to take a break here and go get food. I've been live streaming now for way too long. Let's do one more. I'll say write a few jokes about transgenders and straight people. That's evenly matched. See, it doesn't let you do anything like that. And matter of fact, it's like, we're going to kick you off. So here, write some jokes about, let's think of something good. Do we want to joke about, oh, wait, here, Shark Week. So why do sharks always know how much money you have in your wallet? Because they can smell your bills. What's a shark's favorite movie? Jaw-dropping comedy. Why did the shark take a cab to work? Because he was afraid of the carpool lane. Why do you get across a shark and a snowman? Frostbite. So yeah. But I was wondering. Actually, let's go back to basic here. There we go. The true question is, as I'm about to end this, and I'm going to get this out here too. Change this up. Okay. Mute that. Take that off solo, take that off solo, take that off solo. Should be good now. Boom. Yeah. So, I forgot what I was going to do. Man, that happens every time. Brain does not work good. Bad jokes. Oh, yeah. I remember now. So, yeah. football, UFC. We're back in. Boom. I think that's this thing. That volume cuts out. That was about another 15, 20 minutes into it. 35 minutes into it. Yeah, these PreSonus mixers. I'm starting not like PreSonus. After this, I'm not going to buy another PreSonus interface. But anyways, I appreciate anybody who was watching for the live stream. You can rewatch this for sure. Like, share, subscribe. Go check out all the local comics, the Chicos on Wednesday. I'm going to do stand-up. Yeah, the big thing that I was going to talk about was did you hear about the women's basketball team that was missing a lot of shots? They blamed it on a poor shooting period.